Okay, so this video is actually going to be a little bit different in compared to previous months. See, I've listened to a lot of albums this month, but most of them were by or related to Animal Collective, and it just felt weird lumping in a few non-Anko related releases into that video. So, what I'm going to be doing is that for this month, I'm going to be talking exclusively about all those Animal Collective related projects that I heard. And next month, I'll lump in any of the March non-Anko releases that I heard into that video, along with the April listens. I know I've been kind of pushing back, stuff as far as like what I listen to each month, but hopefully it doesn't happen like too often. But I don't know. I can't make any promises. But yeah, Animal Collective. They've released a lot of music, and for this month, I pretty much heard most of it for the very first time. The only stuff that I haven't heard for the first time were these 6 albums, which I talked about in February video. Fall Be Kind, which I talked about in the January video, and also Strawberry Jam and Mario the Post Pavilion, which I haven't talked about as of recording this video. Hopefully I'll maybe make a full-length review of both of those albums in the near future, but we'll just have to see what happens. Anyways, enough stalling time, let's just jump right in. Not gonna lie, when I first saw like the genre tag like freak folk, I thought it was gonna be like folk music that like freaked you out in like a scaring or terrifying or shocking you in a sense. But now that I listen to song Tongs, I can safely say that that's not accurate. Freak folk is more like, combining a bunch of weird stuff into folk that makes you think, this is pretty freaky, but and not like in a scary sort of kind of way, just sort of kind of in a weird way. But yeah, with that said, I love this album. It's very feels very colorful. It's weird, and yeah, I just really dug the vibe that was on this album. So yeah, it's definitely one of the albums worth checking out. This was a pretty great EP. It has this sort of kind of quaint charm to it that I really liked. The guest vocalist that was on this EP, I really dug her. I should probably listen to that one album that she released back in the early 70s. Because, yeah, I definitely dug her voice. It was kind of funny because at first I thought Avey or Panda was doing like some weird high range singing that kind of threw me off, but yeah, this is pretty great. If you liked Song Tongs, this is definitely worth checking out. This might be a hot take, but I kind of prefer the self-titled to this. That's not to say this is bad. I thought this is pretty good too, but I don't know. The self-titled interests me in a way that this album kind of didn't. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. I thought it was good. Yeah, I love this album. This album's amazing. Like, I didn't know that slightly out of tune instruments could have such a heavy emotional weight to them, but yeah, that's kind of what happened on this album. Yeah, I definitely think this is one of their best, like top 3 at the very least. Amazing album. Not gonna lie, compared to the Prospect Hummer EP, People feels kind of disappointing in comparison. I'd say the first half is pretty solid. It'd probably make for a good 7 inch, but the second half just kind of left a lot to be desired. I felt. I don't know. It's all right. Yep, 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 yep. I get the hype now. This album is amazing. Like, it honestly amazes me how Panda Bear just kind of casually put this album together and then released it, and it suddenly became like one of the most critically acclaimed albums of that year. Like, this is like mandatory listening if you're like getting into Animal Collective, not just like, oh, once you've become an Animal Collective fan. No, this is like when you're literally getting started into the group. This is mandatory listening. This is amazing, and yeah. This EP is like the perfect link between Strawberry Jam and Merryweather Post Pavilion. It has a very sour and noisy quality that Strawberry Jam had, and it also has the very watery atmosphere of Merryweather Post Pavilion. Yeah, this was pretty great. I really dug this one. Wow. Wow. That was pretty uninteresting. I was hoping that I would like this one at least a little bit, but God, the songs on here are just so boring and, like I said, uninteresting. Like, it all just kind of went in one ear and out the other. I guess if I have anything positive to say about it, at least it's only around 30 minutes. I don't think I could have stomached something like this if it was like 40 or more. Tomboy, more like femboy, am I right? Okay, in all seriousness, I did think this was pretty good. I guess Panda Bear now has the problem of, like, now that he has like a album like Person Pitch, every single album that he releases now is going to be compared to Person Pitch. And yeah, this isn't Person Pitch. I mean, I still thought it was good. I definitely liked it a little bit more than even his self-titled. So yeah, it's good. Wow, that was pretty fine, I guess. I don't know. This was just fine. Like, I didn't really hate it. It wasn't as boring as Down There, but it was kind of close. I don't know. Avey, you're leaving me with nothing to talk about. Like, just give me something, anything really. Just give me something to talk about. Damn it. This one's pretty strange. Like, it's basically just like this nearly 30-minute long sound collage. It has a bunch of weird noises. It's not really cohesive at all. Some moments are good, some moments are not good. It's just, I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know what to make of this one. I guess I liked it overall, but again, I don't know what to think of this one. This was good. Better than Tomboy. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this one. It's just, I just thought it was good. It definitely kept my attention, unlike most of Avey's stuff. But, yeah, I don't know. These solo projects are not giving me a whole lot to talk about, folks. I'm sorry. Oh, is that something I'm not? Holy crap, an Anko solo project that's actually pretty great. What a concept. Anyways, yeah, I thought this was pretty great. All the main, the long songs on here are all pretty great, especially that first one. I really love that first one. Deakin has a pretty solid voice, and yeah, I guess I just never really thought of Deakin as someone who'd be a songwriter, making solo material. If his next album, if he ever makes another album and it ends up being as great as this or even better, yeah, I would not complain. This is actually pretty great. Definitely the second best Anko solo album. This album is too long. I liked it fine enough. In fact, I would say it's Avey's best solo album up to this point, but it's too long. It could have been shorter. It really could have been shorter. A slap on a jelly ass, don't you? What was okay. Yeah, this one was pretty boring. I didn't want to hate this one. I mean, it couldn't be that bad. I mean, Fantano gave it a 6. Which is the highest he gave an album, but I don't know. This one just left me absolutely bored. This is definitely his weakest project up to this point. Alright, so the reason that I'm listening to all these albums is because I'm in a Discord server where we're doing these artist dives each month. The January was for everything, and then February and March we're doing Animal Collective. And it seems that a lot of people really, really like Centipede Hurts. They're saying it's one of, if not their best album. It's really underrated. And I'm just over here thinking, I mean, yeah, it's good, but is it? I don't think it's that amazing or anything like that. It's definitely a step down from Merriweather the Post Pavilion. I don't know, Monkey Riches is a pretty amazing song, so I'll give that album that. Holy crap, an Avey Tare solo album that's actually pretty good. What a Yeah, this was pretty good. Totally at this point, good wasn't really cutting it for me. I was just ready to be done with the Anko solo stuff at this point, so I don't know. Maybe next time, maybe next time you can make a good album and I'll actually be hey, this is actually pretty good, and not be bogged down by everything else. Yeah, I really don't recommend binging through all the Anko solo albums in a month. Just listen to Person Pitch and Sleep Cycle. You'll get your fill just by doing that. When I was young, we used to put along one of those. It's fine, I guess. It's not as bad or boring as I heard a lot of people were saying it is. but like, I don't know. It just feels like this album is missing something. That and the vocal gimmick that they're doing kind of got a bit tiresome at points. And also, there's this one song, I forgot what it was called, that where like the vocal gimmick really got annoying because like the instrumentation is so dense and the vocals are so dense. Like, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. Did you like Painting With? Well, congratulations, you'll probably like the Painters. Did you not like Painting With? Well, congratulations, you'll probably not like the Painters. As for me, I thought Painting With was fine, so I thought the Painters was fine. I actually like this a little bit more than Painting With. Partially because it's shorter, but also this EP has Jimmy Mack on it, which is honestly way better than it has any right to. That is like one of their best songs. Yeah, this was pretty great. I'd say that if you really dug campfire songs, you should definitely check out this EP. It has a very similar vibe to campfire songs, but with like the nature sounds and like the psych folk songs. Except this time it feels like you're in a rainforest instead of like in your backyard with around the campfire or whatever. Yeah, this was pretty great. I definitely dug this one. This one was overall good, but I do have some problems with it. Mainly that the first two songs on here, they take a bit too long to really get started, in my opinion. And also the third track is kind of a weak attempt at like some ambient piece or whatever. I didn't really dig that one. The closing track's great. Yeah, I thought this was good. It's definitely worth checking out because I mean this was definitely better than like Painting With and the Painters. So, you know, I liked it. Let's say tonight you and me. Okay, so maybe I'm jumping the gun on this one because I don't have like a firm opinion on this one as of recording this video, but I thought this was pretty great. This is definitely one of their better albums, like probably their best since Merryweather Post Pavilion. Like, I know a lot of people have been saying that, and it's kind of cliche at this point, but I really did enjoy like the overall vibe on here. It's like they took the more ambient approach of Bridge to Quiet, but made it just a little bit more denser, and I feel like the songs are a little bit more amazing on the whole. So yeah, this was definitely a solid note to end the Anko dive on. And there you go. That is the entire Animal Collective discography. Sort of. This was definitely an interesting dive to go through. Definitely a bunch of ups and a bunch of downs, musically and mentally, but I'm going to go on that tangent. Yeah, Animal Collective, they're a pretty amazing band. I can't recommend them enough. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I probably won't really go out of my way to, like, binge another artist like I did with Anko, like, ever again, because this was fun, but it was also pretty exhausting. And I don't know, it was different, but was it worth it? I guess it was kind of worth it, but I don't know. I think I might take a break next month from music. Or maybe I won't, I don't know.